Hello everybody, this is the King of Pikmin here yet again, and welcome back to the Path to Mortal Kombat 11. It's my weekly series where I have a topic I want to discuss, so I talk about it in the video, and then we discuss it in the comments below. So this episode is going to be episode 5, and it's going to pertain to the reveal, because the reveal's this week, boys. I cannot wait any longer. It needs to happen now, but that's besides the point. If you haven't been following the news and everything, like pertaining to Mortal Kombat 11, you might have missed that there was a leak that happened a few weeks ago that people didn't think was really real, whatnot. You know, neither did I. But then in that leak, there was a picture of Scorpion, and the guy said that it was the cover art for the game. And it actually turns out that just maybe a week ago, NetherRealm actually revealed the cover art, and it's the same exact image. So now everyone's thinking the guy was right, because that, you know, he leaked that long before NetherRealm even showed us the cover art. Now, I'm not here to just discuss the, you know, the leak and this, that, or the other, but what I do want to talk about is some of the stuff in the leak that pertains to the reveal. Just because the reveal is this week, like I said, so I wanted to do a topic revolving around the reveal itself. So, first thing we have is they leaked a character named Garrus, or Jarrus. I like Garrus better, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see how it's pronounced. I don't really, it's hard. We don't have much details on Garrus, so it's hard for me to even make an assumption. I can tell you what I want him to be, and that's a big Broly grappler. But I don't know. We'll see if that happens. I mean, with a name like Garrus, he's got to be. I have high hopes. I think he could be cool. I'm always excited to see brand new characters, so that'll be interesting. This is the bulk of what I wanted to talk about right here. The live gameplay walkthrough, they kind of broke down what it's gonna, you know, have in it. So you see here, I have it on the screen for you. The core gameplay, obviously, fighting and presentation is hard to talk about. I mean, the presentation, it's a lot more colorful, I will say, than Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X was a lot darker, you know, like even the reveal trailer itself. I mean, the reveal trailer was kind of dark. It was nighttime and everything, but in the screenshots, it's a lot brighter and more vibrant, that's for sure. So I think the presentation, they're trying to make it a little bit more vibrant, having more colors, you know, because Mortal Kombat's always dark tone-wise, but, you know, it can be colorful and stuff sometimes. Like the 3D era of games is a good example of that. But MKX was really just like dark colors, really bland colors, stuff like that, so I like that they're kind of making it more vibrant. I don't really have much to say about the fighting. I hope it just stays similar to Mortal Kombat X. I do hope that the run mechanic stays, because I really enjoyed that. It really keeps the tempo of the match really high, so I like that a lot. The custom variations. So there's a lot of different thoughts on what the custom variations are. Is it just the same as it was in Mortal Kombat X? No, because you can customize it. That's their whole point. That's what they keep saying. So I think, you know, I'm not the only one who thinks this, but Injustice 2 had moves you could unlock and add to your character, but you could only use those in, like, you know, non-ranked modes, or, you know, no competitive setting. You couldn't use those. So I'm thinking what they're doing is giving each character like a set of moves that when you select that character, you choose what moves you want. You know, they all have a base move set, just like Mortal Kombat X, but instead of having 3 different variations, they have, let's say, you know, 6 or 7 moves, or maybe 8. Who knows? I'm just pulling numbers out of my butt right now. So you have those moves, and then when you select your character, you choose like maybe 3 moves, you know, that you want. You can mix and match however you want, and maybe you can choose a weapon. You know, who knows? I'm just giving my thoughts. I think everyone will have weapon options. That's really seems to be what they're showcasing. Because even in some of the screenshots they showed, everyone has a weapon. You know, Scorpion's got his sword and kunai, of course, and then Raiden even has his staff, and then Big Papa Shao Kahn's got his hammer, of course. You know, he never leaves home without that junk. But so custom variations, that's how I think it's gonna go. You know, you don't have to unlock the moves or anything like that. It's going to come with the game. You select your character and the moves that you want to add on to their base move set. So like, let's say Kano, for instance, you know, in the other game, Mortal Kombat X, he had Commando, Cybernetic, and Cutthroat. Commando, of course, he had Choke and all his command grabs, and in Cutthroat he had a lot more combos using his knife, and he had like a gut stab move where if you enhanced it, you could launch for a combo. So I'm thinking maybe you can mix and match certain moves. And then Cybernetic had an up laser. So let's say you can give Kano his choke from Commando, the gut stab from Cutthroat, and then the up eye laser, and you can make your own Kano. I think that's what they're going for here. Alright, next, Crushing Blows really gets me excited because it's hard to say for sure what they're going for with that as well. I mean, we just don't know. You know, this is just speculation on my end, but Crushing Blows, I think, are going to be like those moves where you hit them and it zooms in real close and shows like them getting hit. And I think the way it's going to work is maybe kind of like the lethal hit system from Soul Calibur 6, where there's a specific criteria that you need to meet. Like, let's say Kano is an example again. Let's say his choke under certain criteria will give you that extra damage and maybe like a cinematic flair to it. So his choke, he chokes him and then knees him in the face, right? So I'm thinking maybe if, let's say the criteria is to anti-air them with the choke, so if they're mid-air and you get the choke, then when you knee them, it like zooms in and shows their skull cracking, and then they go flying back and it does extra damage. I think that could be what that means. I mean, again, your guess is as good as mine. But I'm hoping, number one, and I believe that could be a viable option that they're going for here. Alright, and then supers, this is a big one also, because we know from Mortal Kombat 9 and X, you could use, there weren't supers, there was X-ray attacks, where it zoomed in and showed the bones breaking and the carnage in their body when you did the attacks. Like, that's why I think Crushing Blows are kind of like mini X-rays, because if they're going more with Injustice style supers without the X-ray zoom in, I'm going to really miss the X-ray. You know, I love the X-ray. And like the Injustice supers are amazing and everything, but the X-rays just fit Mortal Kombat so perfectly. So I want them to keep that feature. So I'm really hoping that's what Crushing Blows is. And they're going like bigger scale for the supers. They didn't want to be limited to just like, you know, on the ground, 3 hits that show the bones breaking stuff. Maybe they wanted to be more creative with the supers. And that's why they're kind of splitting X-rays into Crushing Blows. Again, this is just speculation. Alright, so next, Towers of Time. This one, I thought about it for a while. At first, I thought it would just be like, you know, the multiverse from Injustice that was ever-changing, new towers each time. Same went for Mortal Kombat X. They had the living towers that rotated by a week, you know. Like, so they had some daily towers that changed every day, and then they had some weekly towers that changed every week. And then they also had some, like, special ones, like Christmas time or 4th of July, they would have special holiday-themed towers. And at first I thought that's probably what they're just going for again. But then I started thinking more, Towers of Time. You know, it's supposed to be a time-bending story. So what if, this would be sick, what if they had different towers pertaining to different eras of Mortal Kombat? They had like a Mortal Kombat 1 tower where you go through, you know, just like it was in Mortal Kombat 1 with Shang Tsung as the boss, assuming Shang Tsung comes back. And then Mortal Kombat 2, you go through the tower, Shao Kahn at the top as the boss. Mortal Kombat 3, same thing, Shao Kahn at the top, but they also could do the special endurance rounds where you fight 2 opponents in a row with 1 health bar. You know, like Mortal Kombat 3 did that, so. And then it could also just be the rotating towers like they did before. Maybe both, who knows. So next is online/multiplayer. Probably going to go for the same, you know, usual stuff they go for, King of the Hill, ranked, unranked. They're probably going to do the 3 out of 5 for ranked now, like they did for Injustice. And the fact that it says online/multiplayer, it's me just, you know, being really hopeful. But I'm hoping that there's online and then there's multiplayer tag team. You know, maybe there's tag team. I'm pulling at straws here, but online multiplayer could just mean 1v1 offline as well. So who knows? But I just really want tag team. That's the moral of the story. And then fatalities, brutalities, and gore as an end cap. I guess that's gonna be the final thing they go over, just how brutal the game's gonna be. Brutalities are coming back if this is true, which would be no surprise. Everybody and their mama loved brutalities because they were amazing. They were so good in Mortal Kombat X, so good. Like, there's no way they're not coming back. Fatalities, of course, old standbys. And then gore, they're probably just going to make it more brutal. I mean, I don't have much to break down here. So it's Mortal Kombat, for God's sake. It's going to be freaking brutal. But yeah, this video is getting fairly long, so I'm probably going to end it here. Just let me know what you think of all the stuff I talked about. Just tell me what you want to see from the reveal. I mean, at the end of the day, gameplay. As long as I see gameplay, I could see like 20 seconds of gameplay I could see Scorpion spearing Raiden, pulling him in, and I'd be happy. I mean, not as happy as I could be, but at least I'd see gameplay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so excited, guys. I know I'm not the only one. So here's to hoping Kano and Striker get announced this Thursday. Hopefully they show Shao Kahn gameplay, and let's see what Garrus looks like and all this stuff they're gonna talk about. Hopefully talk about. Again, this is a leak. Keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. So this Thursday, not much longer. I'm gonna be watching it. I should mention also, actually, I'm gonna be watching it and recording a reaction. I don't do reaction videos too much, but this is a big freaking deal. So I'm gonna be doing a reaction to this. You better believe. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you this Thursday, baby.
Kano wins.